substitution, and you need to start moving towards augmentation. How do you augment? Like, are you using technology to substitute what with some improvements, right? You want to spend the next 3, 4, 5 months thinking through about augmentation, right? And once you've actually like thought through augmentation, then you want to think through modification. How are you modifying that learning experience and that learning environment for children? You see, in a classroom, when you are inside and you are teaching children, you really need to take an exam, maybe a unit test or a semester exam. Because as a teacher, what you're doing is you're just doing teaching, right? The way I'm just standing here right now and I'm just taking a session, I'm just talking. I don't even know if you're listening. All those things are there. So I need to take a test. I need to take an exam. I need to see where you are. Not just for me to know where you are, but for you to know where you are, correct? However, since the whole of last year we were online, that actually means what augmentation would mean or what modification would mean is, this could have been the year when we did no unit test and no exams and no term fee, right? Why? Because for the first time, each and every teacher, each and every student, each and every school had the opportunity to use online teaching methods. And online teaching methods is not a video call. Online teaching method is not just this way, one way, asynchronous sort of communication. No. There could be so many other ways you can use technology and to really ensure that children were learning. Technology allows you to do 3 things. One, it allows you to make lessons even more engaging. So you need to come in with a teacher-first approach, first one. The second one is you want to come in with a creatorship approach. Creatorship. Here we have a cut, copy, paste approach. We want to cut, we want to copy, we want to paste. We're not thinking creatorship, right? And the third is you want to come with a solutions approach. How do I solve this problem? Who has solved this problem before? What can I do to solve this problem now? Is there a way I can help solve other people's problems? Right? So this is a great opportunity. Like the last 1 year was the greatest opportunity that educators had all over the world to show that the system could change, to show that using technology and technological tools, teachers could do 3 things, right? First, they could engage the classroom. They could engage their learners, tremendously engage their learners. 2, they could differentiate. They could differentiate their instruction, which means they could create small groups. They could create skill-specific content. They could give certain material for certain kids and certain material for different sort of kids, right? And that would be true personalization. Like in Archana Madam's school, I've seen things like IEPs, individual education plans, all that. Absolutely possible with even 100 children in a class if you're using online teaching tools, right? And the third most important thing is, while you are creating differentiation, while you're catering to the different learning needs of a child, you are able to collect evidences. All those of you who have done your B.Eds, you will know that we need to make these journal entries for children, right? And that allowed you to look to get some qualitative or quantitative information. Today, using online teaching tools, you as a teacher could have all that data, all those running evidences about whether my child is learning, is he paying attention, is there engagement, at what level of skill is he at, has he achieved his learning objectives or learning goals, and how can I take him to the next level, right? And if you have that data continuously over time, there's no need to do an examination, correct? So the very fact that today every school is sitting and thinking of doing their online examination itself shows that maybe we did not use as much opportunities of using these tools, many different tools, and coming together with a solutions-oriented perspective. Now, you will notice that once you pick up these tools and you come with the teacher first approach, you come with the solutions approach, you come with the creatorship approach, you will notice that there is no going back, because you will always forever start integrating these tools even when you teach, in the classroom physically. So it is not a question of do I go online or offline. It's a question of how can I do online as well as online, and that's blended education, right? How do you blend education? What is it that I want to teach physically? What is it that I want to teach online? How do I create assessment for learning and not assessment of learning? These are some of the factors that come together. I want to leave you with this thought and with this idea, and I really hope that that I've been able to get you to think in a different direction. I give you about 1 minute, maybe 1 minute, to add some points or any comments or any feedback or anything that's going on in your mind in the chat box right now. I'm going to play some music, and I'm going to give you 1 minute for you to go ahead and go crazy on the chat room. Thank you very much. A lot of amazing points there. Innovative teaching is the key. Always a great experience listening to you. Can you guide us with some tools? Perfectly. So what is it that we want to do right now is I want you to pick up your laptops or your desktops, all right? Laptops or your desktops. And then I want to see if you can start following along. I'm going to try and do like a follow along session, 25-30 minutes. We're going to show you a new tool, and then we'll start discussing about that, and we'll see if you can do. So if anyone has a laptop or a desktop, can you please type LP or DT, LP or DT, type LP or DT, yeah. So okay, we have Devi who has a laptop, we have Supriya who has a laptop, we have Karishma who has a laptop, we have Lata who has a laptop. Let's go, guys. Excellent. Okay. All right. And if you guys want to start working with me as I demo this to you, type bring it on, BIO. Bring it on, BIO. And I know that you are going to be working along with me while we are going to do this. Let me see. Okay, so we have Supriya and we have Archana. Okay, awesome. So we have a few people who are going to be doing this. Brilliant. So the first thing that I want to request all of you guys to do is to open your computer, go to Google Chrome, and let me bring up my desktop for you so you know. And go to this website called thinglink.com. Thinglink.com. I'm bringing it up on my screen right now. It's thinglink.com. And I'm also going to be putting it here. Thinglink.com. Okay, let's see if you can see that. Thinglink.com. Go to thinglink.com. And once you've gone to thinglink.com, go to login. Okay. And under login, you can see my screen now. Under login, choose Google. Google could be, the way you want to log in. Okay. Let me bring up a camera overlay. So, you can also see me while I am working with you guys. All right. This is perfect. Okay, and I'll keep playing around with myself over here. Okay, so click the Google if you have Google. Okay, click Google and just hit login, right? and it's going to pull up your Google. If you have Google, it's going to pull that up, and you can just log in. And all the guys who are working with me right now, Smita and Deepali, Deepmala and Nidhi, everyone go to thinglink.com and everyone go to login and try and log in. And if you have logged in, just type in 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 the comment box. IN in the comment box if you have already logged in. I give you a minute to do that. Okay, thank you, Lata. Looks like you've already logged in. So much to do. Let's go. Wait for a few minutes to see J.K. Agarwal is in the there. All right, let's have two or three more people. I'm going to log in. Yeah? The Google account connect, baby. That's correct. That's the way to do it. And you're logging in using your Google ID. It looks like about 7 or 8 of you have already RM. Asking all details. Just log in using Google and it'll tell you that password is probably this thing. Just log in. And what you want to do is you want to get to a stage where you are here, okay? And it's going to tell you to create, okay? You can see this big create button on one side. All right. Now, what you're going to do is, remember, this is about teaching. So you want to think from a lesson planning perspective. So this tool is this free tool that you can use to really build high quality, engaging lessons. Lessons which look really amazing, engages children, solution focused, and you come in with an, with an attitude of creatorship. Okay. So since we are now showing you this tool, since I'm showing you this tool, I don't want to spend time trying to teach you something. Yeah, the content I'm not going to work on because I'm teaching you the structure. How to use the tool is what I'm going to be demonstrating and what I'm going to be showing. So I don't want to take something very complicated because then you'll be learning two new things. One is a tool and the content what I'm trying to teach for the tool. So I'm going to take a very simple content and the content is going to be mangoes. It's the summer season, everybody knows mangoes. So I'm just going to kind of make a lesson around mangoes and hopefully you will be able to someone's talking, okay, and hopefully you'll be able to learn the tool as I do. I hope that by now you would have also downloaded or kept something ready, what you want to teach. If not, look for any image that you have on your computer and we will make that image into a learning opportunity, okay? Now we have more than 15 people who are online. So we are now moving to create. The first thing is when I click create, I see these different options. Hang on, let me make myself smaller here. Okay. I see these different options here, right? So you have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 different options that you can actually make as a teacher, right? You can create blank canvas, you can use an image, you can use a 360 virtual image, you can make an exhibition booth. Like, so many schools are trying to do these project days and stuff like that. So you can actually use this tool for that. There are maps and aerial views if you want to take school field trips, for example. You can do it using this tool. You can create an infographic. You can create a floor plan. So if you're a school and if you want to show a floor plan on where children should go, where teachers should go, where parents should go during an open day, blah, 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 you can do that. Creating a tutorial for teachers, new teachers who join the school, you can create a tutorial for them so that they know exactly where this register is or what is expected of them, whatever. Presentation, you can even do a CV if you want to do a resume which has your image, your videos, and highly interactive sort of resume which jumps out of the paper. This is the month of March, April, and May. Most teachers are like, creating resumes going from school to school. So maybe this could be a tool that you could use to really dramatically impress upon the teacher. So the principle. What I'm going to do now is correct, Rupali. You can actually use various options. I'm just going to take image, okay? And you can also take image at this point in time. We'll take the simplest one. And as you learn, you'll apply your mind and you'll start doing many more things. I take image, I click image, and then I hit continue, okay? And here it's going to ask me to please sort of, upload my image. So I can go to upload file and I could look for mango because I'm teaching you mango. Here, what I suggest you do is to select an image from your computer which you have, or you could just download from the, from Google right away, about any subject that you like. If you want to make biryani, if you want to teach biryani, if you want to teach about bikes, about cars, about stitching, if you want to teach anything, whatever you want to teach, pick up a textbook, do whatever. Take an image and press upload, select that image and hit continue. And you're making a folder. So let's say I made a folder called mango. And in this folder, I have this image which I've uploaded. I click that image and the image opens up on my screen, okay? The image opens up on my screen, and when the image opens up on my screen, let me bring this down a little bit and let me make this smaller so it doesn't affect you, okay? You will see this image here right now. So this is what I'm requesting all of you to do. Upload an image and come to this screen. Upload an image and come to this screen. I will play music for the next 2 minutes. Try and see if you can get here. Upload this image and come to this screen. Upload any image you want, anything that you can think of, anything that you might have, anything that you want to use to teach your children. Yeah, done. Thank you, Supriya. Done. We have one person done. And thank you, Supriya, Shripriya, for setting that up. If anyone else has done, just hit done. Right? Supriya is also done. Let's go. Try and get that image. Lata is done. Let's get a few more people. Do it. Shaila Thomas has got it. Shalia Thomas has got it. Smita has got it. Bharti Thomas is done. Alright. J.K. Agarwal is done. Awesome. So there are a few people who have done it. In 30 seconds, let's see if we can get more people to do it. Upload an image and get to this stage. Upload an image, get to this stage. Yeah. And it looks like most of you are done. Brilliant. I'm so glad. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to go, and this is where things get really, really exciting. Okay? And this is where things get really powerful. If you see the first icon here which says edit, okay? The first icon here that says edit. I'm showing you on my screen right now. It says edit. The first icon. Click edit. And the minute you click edit, you will come to this screen which has, whatever image you've already uploaded. You will see it in that screen. And then there are these 3 buttons next to it which says add tag, settings, or done. Add tag, settings, or done. That's it. Okay. So when the image popped up, you hit edit, and this is the screen that you get. Add tag, settings, and done. I hope you're there. If you are there, just type BS. BS for black screen. I'll know that, okay, done. Done is also a good thing. You can type BS for black screen, or you can type done. Okay, great. Okay, good. So this shows that you guys are already there. Okay, so most of you are already there. Now, I would like you to focus on my screen right now. And okay, Sangeeta Bhushan is also there. Lata is also there. Perfect. Go to add a tag. Okay, click add a tag. And when you click add a tag, what you can now see is these 3 options, which is add text and media, add text label, add content from a website. Very important. Okay, so I am now pressing the first button which says add text and media. And when I click that, it tells me to change the icon. There is an option for icon. So let's say I put, an icon that that looks sort of like it's some information. So I put an I and I put it in red, and I put title saying all about mangoes, okay? Because I am teaching mangoes. And then I need a description. So because I don't have a description ready, you in your case may have a description, because you'll be teaching something, you'll have something ready, some notes. But just for this example, I'm going to Wikipedia and I'm just looking for mangoes, okay? And I hit search, and there is some things about a mango here. So let's say cultivation. So I pick up this this text from here, and I go to my, and within my description I do a Control V. So I brought it here, okay? So I went to Wikipedia, I just selected some content. You would have probably gone to your lesson plan and picked it up from there. And then I put up, in this button, there is another thing called button. I select this link on top. I selected the link, I Control C there, and I brought it here down, and I hit learn more, okay? So that is the button text, what comes up on the button. And when you click that button, it will take the child to the Wikipedia page, right? And I also have an option of adding more images here. So let's say I want to add more images. I've already downloaded some images of a mango. So I just clicked plus sign and I added some images of a mango. And there's another option that says upload audio. So this is a place where teachers can actually upload some sort of audio if they have any explanation to do or explicit instruction to give about mangoes. Then this is the place where you can do that. I don't want to do that right now. And you just hit done, and you see this little tag that already is kind of pulsating in front, right in the center of the screen. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my first tag. That is my first tag. So I've taken an image and I've already added one level of interactivity in my image. When my student goes and clicks that, my student is able to see the description. My student may be able to hear the explanation that I would have probably recorded. My student can read it, will see an image that I picked up for my student. And if the student presses the Learn More button, it's going to take the student to the Wikipedia page, and the student can then further his knowledge and experience of this particular content. So yes, Jayashri, you can absolutely add your own voice. When you press the record, the mic opens up, and whatever you speak, it's going to be there. Thank you, Rupali Deshpande, for helping Jayashri. That is collaboration in action. Go ahead and try and add your first tag. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm playing music for 1 minute. Add your first tag. Add your first tag. Trupti, go ahead and Trupti, try and do the next tag. Rupali Deshpande, try and add audio. That would be your thing. Jayashri, try and do an audio as well. No problem, Jayashri. You can try it. As long as you're paying absolute attention, you'll be able to pick it up. Archana says it's beautiful. Try and add more tags. You don't have to wait for me to tell you to add more tags. Try and add more tags. Alright, we have 15 seconds on the go. And you're going to try and see if you can add, one more tag. 8, 7. Can we add a motion picture? Good question, Sonali. Let's see if we can do that in the next, let's attack that question that you have right away. So what I want to do next is I want to try and add another tag. And what I can do is I can go to add the third one, okay? The third one is add content from a website. Add content from a website. And when I click that, I can change my icon to a video, because Sonali was asking, is there a video that I can use, right? And I'm saying, yeah, sure. And it says embed code or URL. Now, where am I going to find my video? So I could go to YouTube and I could look for mangoes, okay? Let's see if there's something on mangoes. Okay, 5 little mango, counting song, something about mango. Okay, how to cut and dice a mango. All right, how to cut and dice a mango maybe. Mango desserts. whatever. Let's pick up how to cut and dice a mango. So you pick up the video that you want from YouTube, okay? And you want to be kind of careful about copyright and stuff like that. But, you know, just bringing it to your attention now. Take a look at the video and you see there was an ad, right, from Grammarly. Right click on the video and copy the embed code. Right click on the video and copy the embed code. Come back to your thing link and in the embed code hit a Control V and that's it, and hit done. And now what you've added in less than a minute, you've added a video, right? You've added a video to to your thing link. Go ahead and see if you can add a video. Go to YouTube or go to Vimeo, whatever you like. Or if you have a video on your Google Drive, you can right click that and you can look for the embed code and then you can actually add a video here. Go ahead and see. So Sonal Shinde, this is how we've added a motion picture. I give you a minute, try and go and add a video. All right, let's see if we can do that. Yes, it will not lag. Priya, there will be no lags. Priya, there will be no lags and there will be no ads also, right? Wow, video is done in a jiffy, says quickly. Absolutely. Karthi Ward says very interesting. I'll give you a minute, try and add a couple of exactly plays without ads because it knows that it's going to be given to children. The consumers are children, right? So it's not just like adding one video. You can add as many videos as you want, right? Go ahead, we have 8 seconds more. Let's try and see if we can add a video. Okay, let's see if we can add a video. 2 seconds, and we are done. So, as you can see, you've already gone ahead and added a video. So Archana has added, Devi has added, Priya has added a video, Rupali has added, brilliant, okay? So now we're going to go to add a tag. And what are the other stuff that we can do, right? Think, you know, I told you, as a teacher, our job has to be, we have to think like a solution maker. We have to think like a, you know, all that. And we have to think about how we can bring all that knowledge and experience into our children and how can we create lesson plans that, you know, bring everything together and allow children the autonomy and the self-direction that they require to go ahead and do it. So what I can do here is, let me see if I can show you this. I have created a Padlet, P-A-D-L-E-T, okay, P-A-D-L-E-T, padlet.com, okay. So I just want to quickly take a break now for a minute, just a minute, yeah, and I want to hear from the group, where are you guys and have you been able to understand so far? Shweta has a question, go ahead, ask your question, Shweta. Shweta Parulekar has a question. Go ahead and ask your question. All right. Is there anyone else who would like to ask a question, have some comments, feedback, anything you want to see? Again, this is a good time. 1 minute. Okay. Go ahead, Archana. Yes, so essentially, yeah, ThingLink is free, so you can just make whatever you want to make. Oh, that is a different workshop. Anybody else would like, go ahead, Pusma. Okay, so it gets saved on our drive and the link can be shared to students. Correct, it does not get shared, Shri Priya, on your drive. It gets shared actually on you know, on ThingLink itself, and then you'll get a link, and I'm going to show you that in the next like 5 or 6 minutes. Any other questions? I just want to do a quick dip check, you know, dipstick just to make sure. Go ahead, Pusma, if you have a question. Anyone else who has a question? Okay. Yes, go on. Okay, I will answer the audio question. Rupali Deshpande, you can ask your question. Yeah, so basically the first question was about recording audio. You just click record audio and the mic opens and whatever you say is going to get recorded, and that's how you, you kind of record audio. And the next question was basically about how do you incorporate this into Zoom meetings. Once you create this entire lesson and lesson plan, which probably takes like 10-15 minutes, you just send it off to the child, and then the child is going to play around with it and figure it out and start learning on his own. You run a Zoom meeting and you chat with children, because Zoom meetings are supposed to be about social emotional connection and really not about learning. So that's what I would use Zoom for. I would use Zoom for connection. I would use Zoom for all the other softer heart issues rather than the brain issues. Yeah, that's what I would kind of do. So I'm going to jump forward and I'm going to tell you about how you can then use this even better. So how do I create a learning experience? How do I create a collaborative experience? You already saw in the chat room how Trupti's asked a question, someone else has asked a question, and people have come forward and they're all asking each other, right? So if you see, I went to another website called Padlet.com. I'm sure many of you are using it. And in Padlet, I've created a Padlet. In that, let me go and show you my screen now. You will see that in my Padlet, okay, I can modify my Padlet and say, let's say collab about mango, okay? Let's say we created something called collab about mango, and I hit copy to clipboard. So you see in the share, there is this copy link to clipboard. You can see that here. And then I go back to my thing link and I hit add a tag, okay? I hit add a tag, and in my tag, I do add content from a website. I go back to my embed code, I click that there, and I put a link which probably kind of talks about discussion or something like that, questions or further research, something like that. I select an icon and I put it here. You see, I've now put a link to my Padlet page here. All right. And if you click this, it's going to take you directly to the Padlet page, which talks about collab about mangoes. And I'm putting that link now on our chat room, okay, on our Zoom chat room. I've put the link on the Zoom chat room. If you click that link right now that you see on your chat room, you will be able to come to that Padlet, and then you'll be able to actually ask questions there, answer questions there or what. So you're actually creating this soft board. This is like a soft board that you have in your classroom, which we kind of change once in 6 months. But this is a soft board that you can create for each and every lesson that you teach. Click the link at the Padlet. Let me see if you've landed at the Padlet. I give you about a minute to do that. A minute to reach the Padlet and type something there. And if you have a Padlet ready, you can just put it, you can put it there as well, okay? Let's go see if people are there on the Padlet. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people, 15 people who are at the Padlet. You can actually see that they are at the Padlet, right? And you could be asking questions. Teachers could be replying to that question. I can add an image here if I want. There's just like so many things that I could do. I could pick a file. I can add like more mango. This is what a mango tree looks like. Yeah. And there you go. I've added something there, and that is a mango tree. And I could talk about mango trees, stuff like that, right? So there you go. We have a Padlet done, and we have so much discussion here, and we can add so many things here, and really we can start bringing in so much learning, right? And this is also evidence, this is also fact checking, this is also getting students to work with each other, collaborate, learn, and stuff like that. So thank you so much for doing this very quickly. If you have a Padlet, go ahead and click the Padlet. If not, don't bother. The next thing that I wanted to show you was, if you are using Google Drive already, and if you want to teach your children, like if you're teaching your children something, you obviously want to do some sort of assessment, right? Some sort of assessment. So you could actually make a Google form. Here is my Google form. If you see, here is the Google form. And I made a Google form that talks about, let's learn about mangoes, what is the scientific name, blah, 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 5 benefits. And all I have to do is go to the send option. And in the send option, I need to go to the link. In the link, I can, next to the link, there is an embed HTML code. I can just click copy, okay? I can just click copy. I can go back to my thing link. I can say add tag and use the third option, which says, hang on, maybe you can't see me, which says add content from a website. I click that, I embed the code, I make my, I make it look like it's a question, okay? Maybe an exam or something. And let me show you what it looks like now. It's beautiful. And here it is, and I hit done. And if you see, there is a new link, there is a new tag that I've created. Okay, there's a new tag that I've created. And if you click that link, it will directly open the Google form that was created. And this Google form is your assessment. So if you see, when you're actually teaching, okay, when you're teaching, you can also do your assessments at the same time or as you're teaching. And then once it goes into a Google form, you can do all kinds of analytics, and you can create all kinds of summaries. You can share that back into another Padlet. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. Remember, you want to come with a teacher-first approach, and then you want to come with a solutions approach. And then you want to come with a creatorship approach, and then you want to come with a free approach, right? You want to think in terms of what are those things that are available for free, and how can I bring them together to create a solution which none of these systems individually provide, so I can give my child, a balanced experience, of this. So there's somebody asked a question about paid version. No, I mean, I'm using the free version, so these are all free. The paid version is in case you want to use it for the whole school. So if the whole school wants to take an account, all the teachers there, all the students there, everyone comes in, all the grade books, it's like an ERP. If you want to do that, then it'll cost about 100, 150 or 200 rupees per child. Get in touch with me. I'll get you to talk to ThingLink Finland. It's a Finnish-based company, and we'll work out some great prices for you. But really, you can do everything that I showed you on the free version. So there's really nothing that you need to worry about. So there you go. I've added this. Not just this, you can add maps, you can add, over 70 to 80 different sort of files can be connected to ThingLink, okay? You can add videos, you can add virtual reality files. Really, it's just about how you think about applying this knowledge and bringing it into your classroom. So how do you now share this thing? You hit done, and once you hit done, D-O-N-E, right? Once you hit done, you see the screen, okay? And there's a share button. I can click the share button. I can go to share link. I can hit copy here. And if you notice, if you look at your Zoom chat, in your Zoom chat, you will see that I have added my ThingLinks, I have added my ThingLinks link there. Go ahead and click that link. If you want to see check it again. Go ahead and check it again. If you want to see what it looks like, go ahead and check it again. Yeah, because I've changed the privacy settings to public, and you should be able to get access to my ThingLink, yeah? And as a teacher, I can just go back and hit statistics, and I can actually see that 28 people have viewed it, 37 people have, 37 tag opens. There's a 132% open rate. There's a CTR, which is called a click-through rate. So if I've added any link there, how many people have actually gone ahead and clicked the link? How many students have clicked the link? How much time are you actually spending on that link? Which is the tag which you have actually clicked? So all about mangoes. This is the link that they have clicked. Interaction. How long did you spend on that? Any scene embeds that was opened. You see, I get all the data, and it allows me to actually look at it immediately. So I'm able to see at the background whether you are interacting with the content, whether you're learning, whether you've understood. I can then go back and take a look at my my Padlet. I can take a look at my responses to my Google Sheets or my Google Forms. I can go back and take a look at all my my Padlet and see all the stuff that's happening here. So really, as a teacher, I get so much data and evidence to support my hypothesis of whether my child is learning, and none of this actually happens live. You cannot do all this on a Zoom live call or a Google Meet, right? You want to be able to build that learning experience for that child. And if you're absolutely, if you really want to see something incredibly cool, then I can show you that right now. But you'll have to type bring it on if you want, bring it on. BIO, and I can show you one secret tool in this one, how we can help all our children in Kalyan, Dombivli, and all these areas bring it on for a new tool. All right, so a couple of you have actually put bring it on there, so I'm going to show you. If you go to this section, you can see an assistive reader, okay, an assistive reader. And this is really amazing, right? This is the content that I actually pushed online. This is the content that I copied, right, from Wikipedia, and I brought it in. And it is, if you can see, I actually have a button here of play. So when I click play, children who can't read well, the system just reads out for this child, okay? Brilliant, right? So the child develops, a pronunciation, word attack strategy, so many things, right? So this helps children read. Now, things get even more exciting. When you click the A button here, you can actually increase the text size. So you're creating accessibility options for children. Some children may want it at a higher, font size. Some children may want, more contrast when they are reading, right, based on their visual development. So that is something. Some people may need more spacing, less spacing, right? That, you can't do this when you're teaching live, right? It's virtually impossible. Beautiful way of teaching grammar here. So if I want to show all the nouns, then I've changed the color of all the nouns, right? So there you go. If I want to show them all the verbs, there you go. This is all the verbs. So all this power is given in the hands of children. If I want to show them all the adjectives, here you go. If I want to show them everything, if I want to show them the syllables, how do you actually break things down? Then reported, right? The syllables is here. And here is a next amazing thing, right? Because most of our parents know Marathi or Gujarati or Sindhi, and suddenly, parents are expected to teach their children. And when parents don't understand, English themselves, they have a lot of problems accessing the knowledge. And then even if they know the content, they can't help their children. As schools, our number one responsibility is to ensure that we can support the parent in teaching children. It allows parents to feel strong and powerful and become the teachers to their children, which is very important. And it allows the student to also get the social emotional development that a child may be missing from the teachers at this point in time. So all you have to do is go to translate and look for Gujarati if you want Gujarati, and type Gujarati and hit by document, and there you go. The whole thing is in Gujarati. So now when you send a link to a parent, or when you send a link to a student, the students can change the language and read and learn and access the content at a language in which the person understands. and that really creates a more inclusive learning environment. So that is pretty much what I wanted to show you today, and I really hope that you guys have learned something new and you guys will try and use it, and you guys will make a big difference to the children that are in your care. So thank you for listening, and it's exactly 6:36. I had an hour to deliver a presentation, and I hope that I have done some justice to that. Over to you, Archana Madam.